Hello,
Friends, welcome back to Talking Tandemness with Jenna and Curtis.
that's me.
You could take over.
Well, there's only one thing we ever start with because we always forget.
Mm.
What's your Monday, Wednesday, Friday?
I went first last week.
Did
We
you?
traded on. We traded on and
Oh,
off, and
you're
I went
right.
first.
Um, I was writing this down as we were talking here because I don't know yet. I have a Wednesday. I don't have a Monday or a Friday yet. Um,
Fair.
yeah, never prepared. What was bad this week?
No, we start with the good.
Oh, we start
Friday.
with the goods? Okay, what was good this week? Yeah, no, it's been one of those weeks. Um, I got cake and ice cream today. At two
Sounds like a
separate
win.
times, not together.
It sounds like a win.
It really was a win. And I didn't pay for either of them. An even bigger win.
Yeah.
Are we swapping or are we just going one through?
No, we can swap, but
Okay.
also when you're editing this, you might have to turn my volume up because it doesn't look as loud as I am being.
What's your recording volume?
Right now, I'm at 50 because you said I was loud.
Oh. Okay.
But if you need to just turn it up, you just press the gain button or
Yeah,
whatever you're
yeah, yeah.
using.
That's what I did before.
Um, yeah, I'm not concerned because you can
Yeah.
always adjust the volume.
hmm
Um, my, you started with Wednesday?
No, I
No,
started
you
with my
started with
Friday.
Friday. My Friday is I got to attend a event for my job where I got to talk at Stevens to a women in tech or women in STEM group about being in technology and kind of the things you go through as a woman and working for my company. And it was my Friday because I realized that I really enjoy that type of thing where like you talk to people and empowering women. So yeah, I'm starting to look at more nonprofits and things along those lines. So that was my Friday.
I did see that on LinkedIn. I didn't really think
Yes,
anything of it,
which
but I did see that.
yeah, it might come up later because me and my boss actually had like a deep heart to heart about it. Um, but I really enjoyed it. So
That's good.
yeah,
My
it
Wednesday.
was a it was
No,
just
no,
a
you're fine.
different it was a different vibe because I was like really
hmm
nervous going because I don't know if I said it the same thing a couple weeks ago for like the EQ thing, but I just think I'm very young and it's hard for me to look at um it's hard for me to talk to people about my experience. Like, for example, one of the questions they asked was like, what would you go back and tell your 22, 23-year-old self for advice coming out of college into the workforce? And I was
Did you
like,
say I'd
well,
look in the mirror and tell myself you're doing a okay job?
well, no, I said, it's hard for me to say because I'm only 23. So probably this thing advice that I'm telling you is the advice that I'm not taking currently. Um, but I said like obviously really prioritize a work life balance, and I gave an example of like having to I gave up something, and um, it was so pointless for me to give up. Like it wasn't that big of a commitment
hmm
for me to make this meeting, but I didn't go because I thought I was forced to be there, and I was like maintain a healthy work life balance. Do I? Probably not, but it's the advice that I would give myself. Um, but there were things that talking to them about, like you look at them in the classroom, and I was
hmm
like, that was me. Like I was sitting there 2 years ago, and like I wish I had this to be someone to talk to me and be like, you will be okay in the corporate world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your Wednesday?
Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why I thought you were done.
No,
My
you're good.
Wednesday, was just this week just dragged on.
Mm.
Yesterday felt like a Friday because everyone was in the office, and when everyone's in the office, it just kind of like it's a more enjoyable environment, and it
Mm-hmm.
felt like a Friday. But it wasn't. We
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't a Friday, and then today was
Then
just
you
worse.
yeah. Then you had to wake up and work all day today.
I had to wake up, go in, do a graduation thing for high school kids, and then try to schmooze with senior leadership that I don't know without knowing how to schmooze.
Yeah.
So I just didn't, and then it's what it is.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
that was fun.
my Wednesday. This is going to be a bad one
Hmm.
because it's usually not me, but I also said it a couple weeks ago. My Wednesday is the pile of laundry that I'm staring at the corner of my room. And it's a Wednesday because it's all clean. So, like, I go through it, but there's 3 baskets of clean clothes that I have to fold. So, it's good because it's clean and I can just put them away, but it's bad because I have no desire to put them away.
See,
And they've been sitting there since Monday.
that's where you do what I used to do, and probably will do. You just wear the clean clothes and don't put them away, and eventually you have less to put away because the clean clothes are now dirty and they're in a different pile.
Yeah.
And then, you
I
don't have to put as much away.
I know, but I really have to put them away because I
Yeah.
hate stuff sitting out. But I just haven't had the energy to put them away.
That's why I just put them in a bin.
Yeah.
I have two.
I have 3 bins. The clothes are overflowing out of the top of them, and I have a dirty clothes pile. How I have this many clothes? How I have this much clothes? I have
This many or
this
that
many.
many.
I have that many clothes is a bigger issue, but yeah, okay, that was my Wednesday.
That was your Wednesday?
Yeah,
It's a good Wednesday.
but yeah, I feel like that's like a prime example of what we're looking for on a Wednesday. What is your Monday? I
Um,
feel like your Wednesday was your Monday.
eh. I was just gonna say that I've had no energy this week.
Mm,
Like
fair.
it's just been bleh. Like I don't. I went to the gym yesterday. That was about as much energy as I could muster. I went to the gym twice. Um, I sat there and I just stared at myself, and I hated myself. So that was
Hey,
productive.
we're nice to ourselves and our bodies and
Well,
our
no,
minds and our
because here's my
souls.
problem. One, I don't like Planet Fitness's slogan. I don't like. How do I phrase this?
I don't even know what their slogan
I
is.
don't either. But I don't like the whole lunk alarm thing at Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah,
I don't like that aspect of it. I don't like the it. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness. I think that's their tagline. Um, and I don't like that I'm sitting there doing what was it? I want to say it was ISO dumbbell press. 'Cause I hate Smith machines, so I just don't touch them anymore. I just do dumbbell press. And as I'm sitting there
like
between
shoulder
sets,
press
yeah, I just do it like
or like
incline,
b- or like
incline on a bench, ISO dumbbell press. So like you leave
yes,
the
just
one
like
arm up.
shoulder press. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I like that one. That one feels good. And then I see a sign that says that just in big bold letters says "You did great today," and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see a sign that says
You're
"You
like
could
the
do
polar
better."
opposite of every single person out there in this world.
Yeah. No, I am.
Because like even in my room on my mirror, I have something that says like "You're beautiful, you're worth it," and keep going or something. Like that's like the stereotypical thing that people do. The fact that you're saying you don't want it is like the polar opposite of every
Let
single
me
person.
let me phrase it like this. I'm okay with that. I enjoy that from time to time. But what I want at the gym when I my biceps and my arms feel like they can't move
Yeah,
is a
you want something that's
sign.
going to push
I
you.
want a sign that says you could have done better today.
Yeah.
And that's all I want from Planet Fitness. It's just one thing like
You're not
that.
going to get that at
Oh,
Planet
I know I'm not
Fitness.
going to get that at Planet Fitness.
Um
I get self-conscious there when I like I don't know how you're supposed to use some of them. Some of them like they don't feel right doing both arms at one time. So I do one arm and then
mhm.
like 'cause it just falls weird with the way the weight seems like it's distributed across the cables. And so it makes too
Mhm.
much noise, I think, because I can hear it through my AirPods. And I'm like, oh no. And I get really self-conscious about that.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I don't my headphones are like the super duper soundproof, so even if I am clunking weight, I would have no clue.
uh, which ones do you have?
The Sony,
Okay.
um, like the second pair up. But they're like my favorite things in the world. and you can control the soundproof level, so I put it all the way up because I don't want anyone
Oh
bothering
yeah.
me, and if I hear people, I'm looking.
Yeah, no, those are
Um, my thing at the gym, so it's different at Planet Fitness because they do have the lunk alarm,
mhm.
and it's very discouraged to be like loud and obnoxious. But when I started going to the gym with my younger sister, she was super self-conscious about people looking at her, people thinking the stuff she's doing is weird, people her being too loud, or if she like breathes too heavy. And I tried explaining to her that when you're in the gym, everyone is assuming that people are looking at them. So no one has the time to look at other people.
The only time I get self-conscious about anything other than the noise I make at the gym, only because it's Planet Fitness, is when I'm doing hamstring curls on the hamstring curl machine, and I'm between sets.
And your butt's in the air.
No, because they don't have those ones.
Oh.
It's ones where you sit in the chair and then you bring your legs down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there, and I don't have my legs up because I feel like that's weird, and I don't want to like sit with my legs there because I don't want the weight pushing against it. I don't know. It's just my whole thing.
Yeah.
And I I I've recently, like, when I go to the gym, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb because I don't want, like, that's my like hour of
Yeah, with no one
I'm
bothering
here.
you.
Yeah. And I like going by myself. I've gone with a couple of people. I'll go with someone every now and then just to be nice, but I like going by myself. And so I'm sitting there. I don't look at my phone. I don't get on my phone. I just exist. And I'm sitting there, and I just start swinging my legs because that's rare for me that I
Mm-hmm.
get to do that. And I'm just sitting
Yeah.
there, and every time I do it, I'm like, man, someone's totally looking at me right now and going, "That's Nick."
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I wouldn't even notice if I was in the gym with you looking because I really don't look at other people. I would say the only thing, if when I'm in the gym, I get self conscious about the way I look, but not because other people are looking at me. It's like, wow, I don't like the way I look right now.
That's
That's when I get self conscious. But I
I
don't like,
also get self-conscious about that.
yeah, like I don't sit there and think like, oh, someone's going to think the exercise I'm doing is weird because
Mm-mm.
everyone's targeting a different thing. Like, it might look weird to you, but it might be targeting a muscle that I need to hit. Or like right now, I'm not doing anything in the gym. And I talked about last week. Like I go and walk on the
Mhm.
treadmill, and people see me walking every day, and I go to the treadmill and I go to the bike, and it's the same routine. Do I care what people think? No, because I could be in recovery. Like they don't know what you're doing. They don't know
Yeah.
why you're doing it, and no one should care. That's like the stage of life I'm in. Like, okay, if something that I'm doing bothers you that much, don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't care what people think I'm doing. I just care about how I look.
It's funny that you say that um, that would give someone the ick because this is such a specific moment.
Her.
I got the ick from someone at the gym, but it wasn't anything they could have controlled it, but there wasn't anything they were doing at the gym. They cleaned off their machine with the wipes and they went to throw something in the garbage and missed and walked away. And they didn't go and pick it up and throw it in the garbage can, and that gave me the ick. And that's like the one thing that pisses me off. Like if you leave a mess, or like, oh my god, when people, so we have free weights.
Mhm.
Planet Fitness, we kind of had to do it too. Like with the plates, you have plates and stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's because being a college athlete, we were so regimented our freshman and sophomore year of like 45s on the bottom, 25s here, 2 5s, 2 10s, like that type of thing.
That's just a normal gym thing. That's not us being
I
regimented. That is a superstition that anyone who actually goes to the gym, that as far as I'm aware, has. There is one way to put weights on the bar, and it
mm-mm.
is biggest to smallest, and anyone else who does it differently.
No, when you go to a normal gym, people don't care how they put their weights back, and like the boys in my gym will just, and I'm gonna say the boys because it's only boys that I see
Oh,
do
you
it.
mean like on the rack itself, not on the bar?
Yeah, on the rack
Oh,
itself. Like
yeah,
I
no,
don't,
I run into
when you
that.
put it on, like obviously it's 45, 25, 10, 5,
Mhm.
2.5, but when you're like putting the weights back when you're not using them, I'm super specific. 45s have to go on the bottom.
Mhm.
If there's extra 45s, they go underneath the 25s on the second one, like very specific. And the boys at my gym will just leave the weights on the floor. They'll roll them around. They'll leave them under the rack. And it's like, that's an ick. And I don't even pay attention to them doing it. But when I go to use it, I have to clean up your weight. That pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like gym etiquette, clean up after yourself.
Yeah. I This is gonna sound mean, but n- I'm gonna say this because I only see
Just
like
say it.
three employees
Just say it.
three employees at play. I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase this. So I think I've only seen like 3 or 4 employees at Planet Fitness. None of them are any sort of athletic.
Yeah. It's a job.
I know, I'm aware. But if you
It's
go to
because
like,
you're not allowed to go to Planet Fitness for free if you work there.
that's just stupid.
Yeah, my gym you have a free you're allowed to go for free, but not every like Planet Fitness isn't like that because it's a what's it called? Chain.
That's
Uh-huh.
wild.
Uh-huh.
Why would you want to work there?
I don't know. I always think about that because I was gonna get a job. My younger sister worked at the gym I go to, and she got free membership. And then I was like, what if I get a gym? What if I get a job at my gym, and I just work like 7 to 11 at night after work 1 day a week, and I get free membership. But then my company gave us gym waived in our company benefits, so I didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's your Monday?
Oh, I never said it.
No, that was all off of my Monday.
Um, my Monday. It's gonna sound cocky, but I think I just had a good week. Like there were some days when I was like sad and like Lisa talked about last week, ebbs and flows.
Hmm.
But overall, like it was a good week.
That's good.
I'll say my Monday is my whole family gets to be in Virginia this weekend. And I didn't know they were going until Wednesday, and then it was too late because everyone had their rides organized. So I'm home alone this weekend while my family's in Virginia. That's my Monday.
Why
That
can't you
could be
drive
it.
yourself?
Because I don't. So I just drive so much for work that I don't want to have to sit in a car by myself for 5 hours when everyone else gets to ride with people, which
Mm.
might sound like a first world issue. Like I'm grateful I have a car and all of that, but it's a lot when there are some days that I sit in a car for 3.5 hours for work. So, and like everyone's going down. So I was just, I had a ride. Like we could have squished in my dad's truck, but
Hmm.
I didn't want my mom sitting in the back seat with two big behemoth of dogs. That's not fair. So I was like, I'll just stay home and like hang out. It's a fair point. My
No, I
dogs
didn't
are
think you were
very
gonna say dogs.
large. What was I gonna
You,
say?
you like hesitated on the D, and in the nicest. This is not anything. I thought you were gonna say daughters.
Oh, no. No. But like, and then I didn't want to ride in the back seat with the dogs. My mom's really mad that I didn't go, but like logistically, I just think it was fair that I stayed home.
Yeah,
But that might be my Monday.
that's a decent Monday.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like I do that a lot. I
But I
feel like
also
I go
love
to say
staying home alone.
something.
So
Home
what?
Alone's a great movie. I feel like I do that a lot. All right, hold on. Before I go any further, do you like Home Alone?
No.
I didn't think so. Um, yeah, no, I guessed you didn't like Planet Fitness. I guessed you didn't like Home Alone.
Um, I like the first one. After the first one, I get lost.
No, I don't think the second one's about him. I think Home Alone 1 and 3 are about Kevin, and 2's about someone else who I don't know.
Yeah, the first one's a good Christmas movie. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
the first
But
one's good.
no, it's not my favorite Christmas movie.
I didn't ask if it was your favorite. I asked if you liked it.
I can stand it. Like I'll watch it if it's on.
Standing and liking is not the same thing.
It's pretty close.
No, I can stand the smell of sauerkraut. I don't like sauerkraut.
For me, withstanding, if I could sit through a whole movie and I say
You
I'm
know what? That's a
withstand
good point.
standing it,
That's a good
it's
point for you.
yeah.
You don't you don't stand a lot of things. Anyway, um,
If you were gonna ask me like if I think it's a good movie, I think the Santa Claus is better,
absolutely.
but it's for the time period it came out and for the basis behind the movie, it's like, okay, it could be entertaining. But it's
Are
also, it leans more comedy, which I don't really like
hmm
comedy. And the whole plot is just so unrealistic that I'm like, and I know you're going to be like, the Santa Claus is about Santa Claus. But like, I just think,
what are you talking about? Santa's real.
I still think Santa's real because Santa's the spirit of Christmas. So I will go to the grave saying that. And I will teach my kids that too.
No, you gotta work on your suspension of disbelief.
Hmm?
Suspension of disbelief. It's what
I have
makes
no freaking clue what that means. That's
suspension
like
of
a 50-cent word phrase.
it's the thing that makes any piece of like media, book, TV show, movie work. You know how like you read your smut and like you like get into it and you like get into the world.
Yeah.
You're suspending your disbelief that it's not real and accepting during the time that you're reading it that it is real, and that's why you're able to engage in it.
No, my thing with Santa Claus, we don't think anyone like super young would ever listen to this, correct?
I'd hope not.
Okay, so my thing with the idea behind Santa Claus is I the idea of the big man that comes down the chimney with the white beard, that all is formulates the spirit of Christmas from a young age. It gives kids a reason to wake up excited on Christmas. It keeps the tradition of Christmas
hmm
alive. And when you get older, obviously you find out that you have to pay for all the presents and you have to do all of this. But the basis behind Santa that drives the little kids is still keeping Christmas alive. So yeah, you might realize that you're spending a lot more money than you thought you were because the big man isn't coming down the chimney, but you still wake up excited on Christmas morning because the idea of Santa came. And that's how when we were younger, when when we found out Santa Claus wasn't actually a big man that broke into your house, um, my mom was like, "It's not that Santa's not real, but Santa's not real. The spirit of Santa is real."
Yeah. Did you have a chimney growing up?
No,
Me neither. Did you have a Santa
but
key?
if you watched, no,
Oh, we
but
had a Santa key.
if you watched the Santa Claus, the houses that don't have
You're
chimneys, he
right.
goes down the pipe on the roof, and the chimney forms in the roof.
However,
Oh
here's
my.
here's the problem with the Santa Claus. Um, oh no, I guess it did predate us. Okay, never mind. I didn't watch
It
until
came
I
out
was
in the night.
like,
It came
yeah,
out in the 90s.
it was 94. Have you watched the new show?
Mhm.
I haven't watched it. I
Me
don't
and my dad watched it last year together.
I don't want to ruin that. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. That and Miser Brothers Christmas. My two favorite Christmas movies.
I don't know what that second one is.
The Miser Brothers Christmas. You know Miser Brothers Christmas. You know the Heat Miser?
That's not the Miser Brothers Christmas. That's the Year Without Santa Claus.
Miser Brothers Christmas? I don't know. I just like that part of it.
The one that's like, I'm
Yeah.
Mr. He Miser, I'm Mr.
That's a
Hunt. That's
Miser
the Year
Brothers
Without Santa
Christmas.
Claus.
It's a Miser Brothers Christmas.
That comes from the Year Without Santa Claus.
I Oh, I guess so. Anyway, I like a Miser Brothers Christmas. I like Miser Brothers. It's never on.
It's always on.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one of the top things that they play on ABC Family.
I
Are
must not see
you
it.
is am I too close to the mic? Is Miser Brother Mother blah, 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 is Miser Brothers Christmas?
Listen, I've been calling it the wrong thing for so many years. I don't know what you're about to say.
Are they the stop motion picture aspect
Yes,
of
it's
it?
the
Okay.
it's that era of movies.
Yeah,
Those
I
ones are so
love the Year
good.
Without Santa Claus.
What was I thinking earlier? Yeah, no, those are good movies.
When specifically when I was in high school because I was crazy,
hmm
I would
You're not
they released the
anymore?
no,
Okay,
I
good to
released
know.
the 20. They released the 25 Days of Christmas schedule in like July,
Hmm.
and I would save it and send it out to all of my friends and be like, everyone prepare. And we would do movie nights for all the movies because I was obsessed with Christmas. I still am, but not as much. I don't have as much time to like sit down and watch movies for hours on end.
I prefer Thanksgiving. Don't get me wrong. I love
What?
Christmas. I listen.
No, I agree. I really like Thanksgiving, but I don't like it more than Christmas.
I like Thanksgiving. I love Christmas and I love Thanksgiving. I like Thanksgiving because it's more about the people than it is the gifts, and I like the people more than I like the gifts.
See,
I've felt that way since college.
in in my
It's not
house
like me
it's
having
not
to buy
like that.
things.
In my house, Thanksgiving, like, I like Thanksgiving because it's a
Hmm.
holiday with my direct family. But then growing up, Christmas, we would go see my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and my grandparents.
Hmm.
So it was, and like, I love Christmas because I love the aspect of like family being together. But
Hmm.
we were never together for Thanksgiving. Like, my family was always separate. So that's why I liked Christmas because it gave us time to all see like our extended family.
We do both together, so it's
Yeah, we don't.
kind of always been like Thanksgiving is just Christmas without presents, and Christmas is just Thanksgiving with presents. But I just
Hmm.
like Thanksgiving more now. It's kind of been since college.
I don't like Thanksgiving more because I Thanksgiving is like it might just be past trauma, but Thanksgiving for me is like obviously hang out with your family, but stuff your face and then take a nap, and it always felt so terrible when you like we would eat at what 2:30, and the turkey, whatever the other drug in turkey is, it's not dopamine, but it's like that other
I would say
thing,
tryptophan, but I was told that wasn't correct in high school, so I don't know what it is.
whatever it is that makes you fall asleep. We eat at 2:30, we sleep from 4 to 6, then everyone is wired from 6 on. And it was just eh.
I do two Thanksgiving meals. I do a lunch meal and then I do a dinner meal. Um, Lunch is with my dad's family, dinner's with my mom's family. Um, we we try to get out of the lunchtime one. However, it doesn't work. So far, my mom and sister have both managed to find excuses the past 2 years to not have to go, and my dad and I have been going. This year, my
Have
mom
not
will
been
have to
going.
watch the dog, which we may or may not have, um, and my sister has to work.
Oh, so she did get out.
Yeah, my sister has a legitimate excuse. She had a legitimate excuse the past 2 years too. She had to watch a dog,
Yeah.
so
No,
I have to.
we're just too far, so like we don't go out to see my extended family, so we just
Yeah.
and when we do extended family, everyone has to make their own food and
Hmm.
not hyping up my mom, but she makes the best Thanksgiving meal. And I will go to the record book, like the classic Thanksgiving of stuffing, mashed potatoes, turkey, carrots, green beans. Some I know 100% of that you won't eat, but cornbread, corn pudding. Like my mom makes it the best. So when we go to see my extended family, everyone has to make their own meal, and it's just never as good as my mom's.
Interesting.
It's the same thing for Christmas. For Christmas, they always tell my mom to make because we are 2 hours south.
Hmm.
They would be like, Tori, you make the desserts, and my mom makes bomb desserts. But they would all make the core meal, and just when we have Thanksgiving at home, the food tastes so much better. And not that we're not close to our extended family, but being able to like hang out with my sisters, especially now
Hmm.
that we're kind of all going out opposite directions, it's just nice to be able to hang out at home with my parents and my sisters.
Do you go out the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
Say that again?
I said, do you go out the Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
No, I do not
Okay,
go out at home at all.
good. Me neither.
I just have an issue. There's no one from my hometown. Oh my god,
Hmm.
I really hope no one from my hometown ever listens to that. There's no one from my hometown that I would want to see out. Like, I don't care to catch up and get small talk
Oh
with
no,
people.
never.
It's been 5 years? How long have we been out of high school? 5 years
Four
since I
plus.
graduated,
This is
and no
number
one
two.
has reached out. So, like, if you're not reaching out now, me going out the night before Thanksgiving isn't gonna make a difference. And also the idea, we in my house we all cook.
Hmm.
So like we wake up with my mom on Thanksgiving and we peel potatoes and cut carrots and help her make the turkey. The idea of doing that hungover makes me want to jump headfirst off the nearest tall building.
Well, you don't have to drink and be hungover.
Have you tried drinking as a 23-year-old? Because hangovers are, what is the word? Inevitable.
Um, I did. I have. And I have also woken up not.
Oh, I have not. Every time I drink, I had one glass of wine and woke up hungover the next day.
The secret is just stop early.
Yeah, I don't have the desire. I, again, would rather be at home in my bed with pajamas reading a book and or doing anything else than being at a bar in my hometown.
I think so. We were talking about this yesterday at work. My one coworker who's 26 or 7, she would have been a senior in high school when we were freshmen. Um, so I don't know what that would make her right now. Um, she was talking about it. Her
What's
sister's 21.
3, 4, 5? Yeah, 27.
Yeah. Um, her sister's 21, like just turned 21, so she wants to go out, and she wants her to go out with her. And she's like, I really don't want to. I'd rather just sit at home and play board games like Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'd rather just sit down, have my case of beer next to me, play Monopoly, and call it a night. She goes, but she's 21 and she wants to go out, so she wants me to go out with her. I'm like, I mean, I guess so. I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather stay home too. She goes, well, she's got a boyfriend now. I'm like, oh, then it's his job. She goes, yeah, exactly. I'm not going out with her. She goes, he can take
That's
her
my
out.
only dilemma. I don't want to say that I'll never go out, but if I start dating a guy from my hometown and he says, let's go out before Thanksgiving, obviously I'm like
You have
the
to.
biggest. I hate the term simp, but like I'm the biggest girl simp in a relationship. And if I started dating a man from my hometown, I would be like 100% going out.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
agree with that. I
I don't
won't
know.
go out
I hate
myself.
that. I hate that. I got over it very quick when I turned 21, but I
Hmm.
hate the stigma of going out before Thanksgiving and how it's like
Yeah.
hyped up and you wear like it's not it's the same stigma about social media. When you go out before Thanksgiving, everyone is just talking about their accomplishments. No one's talking about what they went through and like if I go out before Thanksgiving and someone asks me how I'm doing, I'm gonna tell them I'm not doing well. Like I'm not a bold faced liar. So these people that you go out before Thanksgiving and they're like, oh, my life's perfect. You're not preaching to the choir because no one else feels that way.
I think I got asked about it last year. And they were like, oh, did you go out last night? Are you going out? I think it was like this Sunday. They're like, oh, are you going out before Thanksgiving? I'm like, no. Oh, why not? Why not? Not that anyone in my family would, other than my cousin. And I don't think she will since her boyfriend's not here. She might go see some friends who are back in town. Um, but I'm like, I don't have any desire to see anyone.
Yeah.
If I happen to see someone, oops. If I don't see anybody, fine by me.
Yeah,
I don't
I
need to be
agree.
involved in hometown drama even though I still live here.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm still like intrigued by hometown drama. I say that's a lie. Why am I lying? I love hometown drama.
I hate hometown drama. I could actually care less.
I love hometown drama because I found out my one coworker her husband cheated on her with
Oh,
someone
that
that
sucks.
I know.
Really?
Not like no personally, but like I've interacted with a handful of times.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I could like I found out my one of my high school friends was having a kid. We didn't we
Hmm.
I graduated, she was still in high school. We didn't talk after that.
Hmm.
I found out she's having a kid and that was the extent of the hometown drama I wanted to hear.
Oh,
I
I
was
don't
like,
think I
if you were
ever.
talking about pregnancy or marriage, I'm in, but anything else I really could care less
I,
about.
I don't think I ever told you this one. So my friend from high school that I told you about that his girlfriend has a kid and they had another kid. Like either I think it was 2 years ago now.
You did not tell me about this, but okay.
Oh, I thought I told you about this one. I may have mentioned something like in passing. Anyway, he had a second kid.
So now they have 3.
Yeah. Apparently the last one was planned. This one wasn't. Well, she has 3.
Yeah.
He has 2. He doesn't really treat the other one like it's his son. Which I'm kind of
Oh,
like, that's... Come on, man.
yeah. The idea of having a child right now freaks me out. I think it'd be all fun. Like, if I got married
Uh-huh.
tomorrow, I think it'd be so much fun. It freaks me out. Considering I can't even hold a newborn, nonetheless have a newborn. No, thank you.
And here you are telling me that I'm weird for not wanting to date anyone with kids.
No, I think in the situation, I'd be, like I'm not. I would never limit my potential partners based on what their past lives look like. So if like they have kids, by all means, I would 100% be okay being a step. I don't think I would. I don't want to be like I'd be their mom, but like I'd be okay with being a stepmom. Um, but the idea of holding a newborn child scares me the bejeebus out of me. Absolutely the bejeebus out of me. So
I was more saying along the lines of like, let's say you're looking at Tinder and you have a guy our age that says single dad. Are you swiping left or right?
honestly, right.
Alright, I guess single dad's a little different.
I think single moms even better. Like not like for not that I am looking at single moms, but like for you single moms because most single moms have a maturity to them that
Yeah.
like honestly I think that you would be looking for because you're not looking for someone that's like super immature. Single dads I think are a little bit harder because there's a lot more that like stereotypical baggage that comes with single dads, but I don't think having kids like and
I'm not saying
I
anything
just don't
bad
want to
about
in
it.
the
I'm just saying
future.
that's not what I want right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, no, if I met someone and they were like, I have a 3-year-old child, give me the toddler. I will play on a playground all day with a 3-year-old. But if they came to me and said, I had a kid 2 weeks ago, I would say you can keep holding your
That's
kid.
that's a little different.
You can keep holding that kid because the idea of stabilizing a neck freaks me out. Freaks me out. Yeah.
I'm going through Instagram and there's so
Get
I don't,
off social media. Do you? Oh my god, this you're
what?
gonna cut this out of the episode because it's me yelling at you. But last time you were freaking typing or clicking on your keyboard, and I had to cut every 10 seconds because I heard.
I try to be quiet with it. Like I try to like gently press the buttons. I do try, but I
It was
need
funny
something to like
editing last
occupy me.
episode. Again, please cut this. Editing last episode, we were searching stuff, and I didn't realize that you were searching on your computer. When I record, I forget that we record on a computer that's eligible to be Google searched. I was looking on my
How do
phone
you want me to not leave that in?
because I'm so loud. You'd have to lower the volume of that part.
That's fine. I will do it. It's so easy. I just drag it down and then drag it back up later.
My, um, I don't. I keep talking about this with my parents, but I don't want it to sound cocky in any way. Like I'm
Hmm.
not. I'm gonna preface this by saying I do not think I'm smart. I think I use my resources very, very well. And I will go to the grave saying that. I have never thought I was smart. I think I just use the resources I have very, very well. My boss keeps telling me that I am very smart and that I don't know my abilities basically. Like he's like, you have so much that you can achieve. You just have to like give yourself time basically
Hmm.
like that type of thing. Um and every time he says it, I just laugh because I'm also the girl that like doesn't know her left from her right and doesn't have any sort of street smarts and he forgets that I work on a computer or stuff like that. So he's like, "No, you're so smart and you're so intellectual." And I'm like asking my left from my right when I'm driving and I'm making the wrong turn. Yeah.
Um,
My headset's sounding a little funny.
Anyway, no, I have to like do something. Otherwise, like, what do I want to do? Just stare at the screen or at the ceiling? I know that's what you do.
I stare at the bars. It's almost like I'm talking to you. For keeping this in the episode, we don't use face recording because I don't think that's the purpose of podcasting. I just stare at the bars on the screen, almost like I'm like talking to you through the screen.
But but that's your voice.
I know, but it's like I'm hearing your voice, so it's like you're sitting across from me.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really need to preoccupy myself because I.
No, we've been over this. We're pretty sure we have ADHD.
Yeah.
That's that problem.
Pretty sure last episode, another thing that I had to edit out was I kept tapping the microphone because my fingers have to be constantly moving. So you'd only
That's
hear
why
the
I
microphone
scroll on
moving.
social media.
Yeah.
It also gives me like things to like talk about too.
Yeah, fair.
Um, Speaking of what I saw and was gonna go say before you cut me off, or I don't remember at
Sorry.
this point. No, I don't care. It was a good topic. I don't remember what we were talking about at this point though. Um, Instagram page that I follow where I bought stuff for snowboarding last year because I love like the style of it. You know, I like it
Yeah, we
where all
went
those
over
like
this before,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't know if we went over. I know we went over that I tried to snowboard last year. I don't know if we
We
went
went
over
over the
this
brand. Say the brand.
dope.
Yes, I think we
Yes.
went when I
I don't
asked
remember.
you what your dream sponsorship would be.
Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love dope.
Okay, but keep going with the topic.
Anyway, so I like the high neck sweatshirts. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why. I just like them. It's my thing. And I was really happy when I found that like snowboarding, like and skiing, that's like that style. I want it to get cold enough where I have to wear that out because I
Mm-hmm.
want a reason to wear it.
Yeah, so
Because I
like
just
instead of it sitting on your
yeah,
shelf.
it's not even in my shelf. On my shelf, it's in a drawer. It's in a box in our basement where there are other snow gear. I just want to be able to like wear it.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll get that cold this year.
I don't know. I'm hoping. It's still early.
Yeah, it's too hard to tell.
Yeah.
They're predicting that it's going to be like a brutal winter, but every year they say it's going to be a brutal winter, and until it is, they just keep saying it.
Did I ever show
I
you what
do
my
I do
jacket
want to
looks
go to
like?
Vermont, so if you want to ski, we could take a trip to Vermont and you could steal the car for the day and you can go skiing and I will wander Burlington.
I'm not going by myself. I'm not
I
going by myself when I
don't
don't know how to do
ski.
it.
Yeah, I do not ski. I don't think I'm in the shape to go skiing right now.
Bert Kreischer snowboards. You can ski.
Um, I just don't think. I Yeah, I would need to build up my endurance.
Yeah.
I don't like being bad at things.
You know what? That's fair. Me neither. Is this one I got? I'm trying to remember which one. No, this is the one I got, just with a different neck. Because I don't think I ever showed.
I
Did I ever show you which one I got?
Yeah, you sent me a picture of it.
Okay.
I wish someone would have told me when I graduated college that you will not dress up as much as you think.
Right?
Not work purposes. Like I have my work clothes that I wear, but like very rare occurrences am I putting on jeans and a nice shirt.
Okay. This is something that I've thought about, and I think it's just our generation. Because, like, my parents will, like, put on jeans if they're leaving the house. Like, they will wear jeans everywhere.
Yeah, so do I. If I'm leaving the house, I'll put jeans on. But the minute I get home, I'm in
Well,
sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and those jeans are getting put back in the closet.
so do my
I have
parents.
150 pairs of jeans.
Oh, then what do you mean by, like, dress up?
Like I thought I needed a whole wardrobe of jeans and shirts that were distinguished from my work clothes
Mm-hmm.
that I was going to wear, like almost aesthetic type outfits.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I also did that, and I haven't worn
And
them.
outside of my work clothes, I'll put jeans on, but it's jeans and a sweatshirt and I'm leaving the house. Like rarely am I like, "Oh, I have to put myself together when I'm not going to work."
Yeah. That's... Now that you phrase it
Does
like
that make
that,
sense, or
yeah. No, no, I
does
get
that
what you
sound
mean.
stupid?
No, because I also have a stack of like shirts that I literally keep separate from all my other clothes. They go on a chair because those are like my nice shirts, like
Mm-hmm.
my Cove shirts and my like just plain t-shirts. Those go on a chair, where all my other clothes go in my dresser.
Yeah, like it's like in college. In college I would dress up in like jeans and a nice blouse,
Hmm.
and I would go to class, and you'd go sit in Starbucks and do your work, and like you
Yeah, I
would
don't get
dress up
dressing up to go to
nice.
class.
Yeah, I did because it was like how I focused. But now, okay, if I'm going to the office, I'm wearing my business clothes.
Hmm.
I get home, I'm putting sweatpants and a sweatshirt on. When I come home, I don't really leave after work. If I leave, I'm going to the gym. That's gym clothes. And then if I'm going to the grocery store, I'll throw jeans on, but I'll keep my sweatshirt. So it's still just jeans and a sweatshirt. Like I'm never putting like getting myself all together like I did in college. So I wish I would have told myself, okay, like yeah, you need your work wardrobe, but you don't need all of the aesthetic clothes that you have in your closet.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I bought too many shirts that I don't wear ever. I think I wear like three of them.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about adding a fleece to my Christmas list.
A fleece?
Yeah, like a
What is a
fleece, like a
fleece?
like a fleece coat.
Oh, like a trench coat?
Nah, it's like a hoodie. Oh, they don't have it in my size. Damn. Dang it. Here, I'll just send you the link. Because I don't know which one I want. Oh, I know which one I want, but they don't have the one that I want in my size. Um, it's also dope snow, but it just looks cozy, man.
Um. Okay, if this cuts my, I might have to call you back. Is
It
that gonna?
should.
Are you
It
still
should.
here?
No. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
Oh my, because I clicked in Discord. I clicked the thing and it said leave Discord, and I was like, I don't know if
Oh,
it's gonna cut the call. No, I like that.
yeah. Are you? Which color are you on? Are you on like the cream one?
Yeah, that's my aesthetic. I have too many
It's the
black
dope snow
clothes.
cozy 2.
I really like that. Oh, I really like the purple. The cobalt's pretty. I'm not a camo person, but
I'm
the
not a camo either.
blue's pretty. The
I like the
mint's
dirt
pretty.
one,
The white. Okay. Well, I could sit here and look at these forever. I love
right?
clothes. I'm
I
trying to
just
cut back on
like
the shopping addiction.
I just like the style of their stuff.
Yeah. I also I've self-admitted that I have a shopping addiction
Hmm.
multiple occasions. And it started off with I love shopping for me, but now that we're in Christmas season, I love shopping for other people. So I'm like hand making something for everyone in my family for
Oh,
Christmas. That's it already costed me $200, and I haven't even gotten the core part of it yet. But now I'm like, well, do we think my family's gonna listen to this podcast?
well, your mom did try to find it.
I think she kind of already knows. I'm making everyone in my family photo albums
Hmm.
because we don't have them. And not like photo albums, but like scrapbook types where like I'm gluing the pictures down and I'm writing who's in them because we got my dad's fathers from my grandma, and we were going through them with my mom, and she was like, "It's these photos are from the 40s. This is your father's father when he was, or my grandfather when he was little." Like it was just really cool, and you could
Hmm.
see that like she wishes she had done it. So I'm making one for all of us. But scrapbooks are expensive.
Yeah.
The
No,
books
they're
itself
not.
were $30, and then the paper costed another 40, and I haven't even printed the pictures yet, and it's taking me forever because I have to scan all of our family photos to be able to print them.
Yeah.
But now I feel bad because I'm like, as cool as a scrapbook is to get it for Christmas, I know that it's not like an actual Christmas present.
Hmm.
So I'm like, do I go and buy them Christmas presents? And then there's a brand that I really like online called Portland Leather, and I have a bag from them. And they're just like a small town leather company that makes purses and different items. and they're good quality. So I'm like, maybe I'll get their mystery box and split it, like divide it, because I can get the 3 mystery boxes
Hmm.
and give it to them that because I like the brand. I don't know. I'm like struggling here because I'm like, I don't want to spend too much money, but also like my family deserves it.
Yeah. You reminded me of what, well, you gave me an idea, reminded me of an idea that my sister and I had for our parents for Christmas because they are impossible to buy for. We somehow managed to find something good every year, but it's impossible. We don't know what to get them. Um, we talked about redoing this one photo album that we've had for years, and just like redoing it with us now. You know how like people like did, I think it's a couple years old now, but like they did like the reshooting like kid pictures
Oh my gosh,
exactly the
Cheyenne
same
wants
as
to
an
do them.
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think we ran out of time last year to do it. I don't know if we have time now to do it.
We have my mom's favorite family photo of us is when we first got Cheyenne.
Hmm.
Um, that sounds like really bad, but like my younger sister's adopted for people listening. When we first got Cheyenne, we took a family photo of us in front of the Christmas tree, and we're all in these matching Children's Place red, um, like what is the word? Like gaudy? Is that
Yeah,
the word?
gaudy.
Gaudy Christmas dresses, and I'm like, I think I'm 4 in the photo, base 6, and Cheyenne is maybe a year old. And Cheyenne, my mom loves the photo, and Cheyenne wants to redo it, but I just dread putting on a red Christmas dress and reposing for these photos. Yeah.
See, that's the one good thing about this is that my aunt took the pictures to begin with. She used to do wedding photography. So we just have her do it again, and we wouldn't really have to pay other than maybe to get the pictures printed. So it's a cheap one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to get my sister. I don't know what to get anybody. The only people that I know what to get for and I've already bought stuff for are my grandparents. Other than that, I have no clue. Well, it's not true. I could get my uncle another bottle of whiskey because he really liked the last one I got him. He thought I'm really good at picking out whiskeys based on the name. It's kind of my thing now. I'm
Really?
calling it my thing. Well, I got Delbs. He's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him from us the Old Granddad whiskey when for his retirement gift
Okay.
because I thought that one was kind of funny and ironic. And when I told Senecal about it, he goes, "That's like a bottom shelf whiskey. He'll love it. He loves bottom shelf whiskey." And I was like, "Look at that." I never got a review on it. I got my uncle for his birthday Dead Rabbit or something like that. Um,
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
he read the name of it, started dying laughing. He goes, "That's great. I've never heard of this. I'm excited for it. It's an Irish whiskey. He loves Irish whiskey." And he goes, "I'm excited for it." I get a text later that night from my aunt with like a picture of him drinking it. She goes, "He's already cracked it open and says it's great." So you just got to base it off the name. That's how you get a good whiskey. It's a
I
funny name, even better.
I had Woodford Reserve whiskey, which is like
Hmm.
bougie. It was actually really good, but that's like the only one that I enjoyed, and no one I know drinks whiskey. So, well,
I
no one
do,
that is in my family that
technically.
drinks whiskey. Yeah,
I
everyone in my
technically do,
work drinks it, but I do not. None of my direct family does.
only because it's Fireball. Um,
Get out of here!
love it.
Isn't Fireball spiced rum?
Is it? I thought it was whiskey. It might be rum. You're right. It might be rum. I thought it was whiskey for some reason. That one I
It
had in
might
Boston
be.
wasn't bad that first night.
Um,
At
I
that
don't know what
nice
you're
little like
talking about.
pub. Oh, it was like
Oh,
black.
oh, it is cinnamon whiskey. I thought it was cinnamon rum.
Let's go.
Spiced rum is Captain Morgan.
That's it.
Yeah.
Um, this has gone well.
Yeah, this has. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I was talking about earlier when I talked about my leadership thing that I went
Oh
to,
yeah.
the Women in STEM. So I went to it. So I've been struggling kind of figuring out what I'm doing outside of work. Like I said, I really only like come home and I like hang out with my family. So I was gonna, the irony of this, I was gonna get a job at Barnes and Noble because there's one right up the road for me and I really enjoy books, which sounds super nerdy,
Mhm.
but I was like, I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Like I'm so sick of, I can come home and read, but it's just, I don't know, I want to do something more. So I was like, what if I get a job at Barnes and Noble where I'm surrounded by books all the time? Like that could be fun. And my mom was like, "Man, I would rethink getting a full-time job
I
outside
was
of your
I
work."
was gonna say I wouldn't recommend getting another job. I did that for a
Ye-
bit, and it was just
yeah. So then I
not
was
it.
like, "Well, what else do I want to do?" And it kind of pairs with this podcast.
Mhm.
So the men that I work with all volunteer for veterans organizations because that's what they're passionate
Mhm.
about. And I've always said I want to help young adults with mental health, which is like the purpose of this podcast would be to drive like
Mhm.
people to feel more inclusive. So, and then when I did this woman empowerment, when I did the women in STEM thing, I was like, no, like as much as I love mental health and I could talk about it forever and ever, speaking to young adults about like empowering women in STEM, I was like, that was my calling. But when I was talking with my boss, I brought up the mental health thing, and he was like, "It's so funny you say that because I feel like someone like they need like someone in your generation needs to be like that. Like you need people to start advocating for your guys' mental health."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm trying here."
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I
I
was
feel
gonna say,
like
I think
there's
I'm losing you. You're like heavy cutting in and out.
am I? You sound fine to
Maybe
me, so
not
maybe it's
anymore.
weird. Let me check my recording.
Does it show your volume coming up and down?
No, it's pretty solid. I'll
Okay,
cut
so
that
keep
part
going.
out. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well on mine. You would cut out for a minute for me, but I mean, you came right back. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like we get a lot of like the Instagram posts about like, oh, hey, you're doing great, keep going. But there's no one like, I mean, I guess there is. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah,
where I'm at with that.
I was so
I feel like
with the
people
mental
try.
health thing. So for women, ow, I feel like so there's a division because as I said, I love talking to women in STEM and I like that women empowerment thing. But with the mental health thing, I think we need to come to a point that we focus on men's mental health. Like there's a lot of women empowerment out there for women's side of mental health and body positivity and like going like a lot of
Hmm.
women go to therapists and stuff like that. But when it comes to the side of the male side of things, we're not helping them at all. It's still this toxic masculinity aspect of, oh, men don't go to therapy and it's not okay for them to talk about their feelings. And I think that's the other side of it that I'm like passionate about is like trying to explain to people it's okay to talk about your feelings. Like I have a lot of my close friends are guys, as you
Hmm.
know, and last time I was with everyone, they were talking about how I'm like one of the only people they feel comfortable talking to, and they would never go to therapy because guys don't talk about their feelings and guys don't go to therapy, and it's that stigma shouldn't be there. Like it should be okay for you to grab one of your friends and be like, "Hey, I'm not doing well," and I don't think that outlet's there, which is like I want to figure out a way for us to be that outlet here if it's ever possible.
I'm glad you brought it up because that's how I feel, but I feel like if I bring it up, it doesn't sound the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like
No,
it's
I
it's
get
different
it.
if I try to start that conversation because I've tried to bring stuff up like that with my mom, not directly like that, but like other things that I'm concerned about and like uh, so my mom and I had a disagreement about like how it doesn't matter who I'm marrying. I'd like a prenup
I
just
agree.
because the amount of things I've heard where it doesn't matter what happens, like the woman could cheat, but the guy still loses everything, and you can come and tell me
I
that that's
agree.
not true or whatever.
No, I
My mom
absolutely
says it's
agree.
not true, but it doesn't matter how much I love someone. That still terrifies me.
Yeah, I
Like,
absolutely
and
agree.
she goes, "Well, if they cheat, that's not how it works." I'm like, "No, it is how it works." And I'm like, "That's what scares me."
All it takes is one good lawyer, and your
Right,
life could be ruined.
right, and like that's there's a lot of things out there like that I'm very worried about, which is part of why I live the way I do. Like I don't want to go into it right now.
No, yeah.
We can talk about it later. But like I don't go out and do things for very specific reasons. Like when I go to the gym, we've talked about this before. I'm very scared. Like
Of what?
there's the whole
This
like
is you can cut all this out of the episode. Of
I'm fine
what?
leaving it in the episode. I just didn't want to go into the
No, I don't
conversation
know
right
if.
now.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Okay.
it's do you remember like I don't know, I'm gonna say like 5 months ago, the whole like recording guys in the gym, like not doing anything but like looking in a direction.
No.
Okay, well there's this whole thing, and I don't know how long ago it was, um, like guys getting called out in the gym for not even looking at someone, and girls like going on and accusing them of like X, Y, and Z, and like that's what terrifies me, is that someone's going to say something that I didn't do in like an off context and it's just going to ruin everything.
Yeah, but I think in that situation, like, if you're not doing anything wrong, you can't be accused of anything. Like,
I'd
in a
like to
lot of
think that too,
situations, in a
but
lot of
I've seen
situations
it
at the
happen.
gym that the men are getting accused, it's because they're being weird, and it might not show them on camera being weird, but you're being recorded for a reason. Like, if
No, it's
you're.
like in the
It.
background of their workout video. And like they're not like directly recording them, like they happen to like walk by or like go up and like, "Hey, are you like doing this?" and then like they freak out or something. I'll It's on. You ever see like Joey Swole videos?
No, but I know what you're talking about now, and I'm just trying to think of, like. I understand,
Yeah.
but it's also like a lot of the videos that I see where something is being done because a woman doesn't feel comfortable, it's because that man is doing something that makes it that way. But also, I think we live in a very, I don't know the exact word. It's not like judgmental, but it's like point fingers culture where there's
Right.
always someone looking. And as a female, like, I'm very paranoid on the opposite aspect. Like, the first thing I do when I get in my car is lock my doors. This might be extreme, but I have to park so I could see my door, even in front of my house, because I'm so scared of specifically men. In the gym, like, I wear my sweatshirt so it's belower than my butt so people can't look at me. Like, I'm very, very paranoid, and there are times that I've recorded, if I recorded a workout because a man is staring at me, it doesn't make me feel comfortable. And I have those videos because I send them to my friends saying, like, what do I do? So in that situation, like, in my brain, I record that situation because there's something being done that's not making me feel comfortable. But I do see the other side of it where there are a lot of videos on TikTok specifically of men not doing anything wrong and fingers being pointed at them in a not a good light. And it is scary for your front also.
Yeah, like that's more what I'm scared of. Is it may not even be at the gym. The gym's just like the best example I can give of like something happening out of context where nothing actually happened, and then like everything that I have like gets ruined.
Yeah,
Like
no, I get it.
that's what scares me.
Yeah. Going back to the prenup thing, me and my friends talk about this a lot because I've never seen divorce in the aspect that my parents are very happily married. So I haven't experienced the need for a prenup. But I have a very close friend that she has like a pension on the line and everything like that. and she doesn't have a lot of money,
Hmm.
but if she gets married, her retirement's at risk. So she said she's getting a prenup to save everything that she has. I've also lived in a house that my parents have shared a bank account
Yeah.
since I was born. Apparently, it's not a normal thing to share a bank account. Like, there's a lot that is going to go controversially when we're discussing our families with our parents when they're not used to it. Like, I don't know if I'll ever share a bank account. We might have a conjoined bank account on the outside, but like me and my significant other like might not. I don't. There's so many different questions and so many different outcomes, and not that a prenup isn't necessarily saying you're preparing for the worst. It's saying that you're protecting yourself. God forbid something happens.
Right. My parents had told my sister back when I don't even know. I'm just gonna say I talked to my sister and like have a joint account and then you both have your own account.
Yes.
You have a joint
Yes.
account for bills and whatever, and like savings, but then you have your own account where you have your own money.
Mhm.
My aunt and my uncle don't. They each have their own account and they each pay their own bills, which I don't know. That sounds weird to me.
Yeah, I feel like I just have to be in the situation.
Yeah.
I'm also like, I'm a glass half full type of girl until it comes to like my heart. So I'm not at a stage where I can even fathom getting married and having to think about finances, because I'm still at a stage in life where I'm like, what if he cheats? What if he lays a hand on me? What if it doesn't work out and then all of my money goes to garbage? And I'm very, very protective over my money because I work hard for it. So in that idea, like, yeah, I freaking want a prenup, but I don't know, because I'm also naive in the aspects of relationships. So hopefully when we get to that standpoint, you could sit me down and be like, Jenna, do not be naive.
No, I mean I feel like, and this is me being me, um, I feel like you don't need a prenup. I feel
Why
like
not?
you because you'd probably wind up with more if you didn't get a prenup.
Mm-mm.
But I think it depends on the situation.
What if I marry a blue collar man and I become a CIO?
Like I said, it depends on the situation.
Not that I think I'm gonna. Not that a blue collar man matters, but like my goals are very, very significant in life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on what you're looking at. For example, look at Kelly Clarkson, which is obviously an extreme example, but she was by far the breadwinner. Her ex-husband didn't even work, and she bought them a house in like Montana. She was raising, like, has her kids, yada yada yada. They got divorced. She had to give him the house, has to pay him a lot of money in child support and alimony, and she has the kids
Yeah.
because she was the breadwinner. So I think, yeah, hopefully, I mean, unless I become a stay-at-home mom, my situation might be a little different because I don't plan on pausing my career anytime soon. I don't know.
Hmm?
I said I don't know.
Oh, I thought something happened. You went silent and then said that. I don't know. There's
No.
just too much out there that it's. I don't know.
Yeah.
World's not a fun place.
No. No, it's not.
Well, anyway, that sounds like a somber note to wrap up on. So what did we learn today, Jenna?
That Jenna wants to. I turned my mic off. Am I
I
back
was
on?
wondering
Yeah.
what happened.
That Jenna wants to pursue nonprofit in helping women in STEM. That there are some good Christmas movies out there, and that spend the next couple weeks with your family because that's what this time of the year is for. And that whole last section where we talk about our difference in opinions, the same beliefs we have, and all about marriage, alimony, prenups, and money and finances. Also, a plug in for if you are not feeling great and you need people to, like, an outlet to go to, don't be scared to speak to the people around you and or use external sources to get help.
Yeah.
And there are a ton of I want to start plugging different ways to help people. So if you've made it to this point in the episode, there are a ton of virtual therapists that you can see. I think BetterHelp is one of them, but like almost like a text therapist where it's a one-time contact. You can spill everything you need and then the conversation's over and you don't even have to talk to someone over the phone. If you have a hard time speaking to people and or that idea of talking to people doesn't feel comfortable, there's a ton of resources. Just use Google and find them for your help. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna lighten this up before we actually end because you're at the top of my like when I press share on Instagram right now. You've gotten some like almost really awful, awful reels today.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Why?
Would you like me to send you one?
I've gotten awful reels?
No, almost. I've almost sent them to you because I mean to send them to another group chat, which is normally my number one send and share, but you've taken that place, so my muscle memory of hitting share and then that button has almost been me sending them to you.
How am I at the top of your reels?
I don't, not the top of my reels, just like when I press share, you're the number one, and I don't know why. Other than maybe because you're online right now.
I don't know. I don't go on Instagram that often.
Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been until this evening, but I've almost sent you some really messed up stuff.
Yeah, don't do that.
Now I have to.
Don't do that. I don't like I'm terrible at looking at what people send me on social media. I do it on TikTok too.
Yeah,
I
I'm
go on
aware.
like once a month and look at people. I look at what everyone sends me.
Yeah, you don't. Did you even watch the one that I sent you?
The one today
Was
of
this today?
F1.
Oh yeah, you did watch that one.
Yes,
I
I
couldn't remember
did.
the last one I sent you was.
Oh my god, this can get cut because it's just us. My first world issue right now is that when you send a text message TikTok, it comes up in your messages on TikTok. I'm double
I
watching
hate
TikToks
it.
left and
I
right because
hate
people are
it.
sending me text messages, group chats, on the app itself, over Snapchat, and I'm like, can we not? Oh my god. I pulled it close to my mouth, that's why. I'm like, why am I spiking so much? It's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, no, I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait, so when you're on Instagram, if I go to my messages, does the green circle mean they're active?
yeah, or we're active, and then you can see how recently we're active.
Oh. Interesting.
There's some that like they're good, but I wanted to send them to you to show you what I'm talking about, but I can't.
One sec, this is going. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I know what I wanted to do.
What'd you want to do?
Oh, it's not gonna let me. Brooke made a post for Isaiah.
Oh yeah, we didn't say goodbye.
Oh. What did I do last week? I was like, cut to this part, and I was like, woohoo! We made it.
You just flew out your mic.
I know. No, I clicked the button because I had it propped between my legs because I was using my hands to text.
Uh-huh.
And I went to grab the mic to do it, and I hit the button. But I was like, woohoo! We're done. Ow, my nose. Okay, I'm ending it out.
Yeah, that's a good one to end on.